to take advantage of beginnings as we imagine the best version of ourselves. We sit down and contemplate what we want to do, who we want to become, where we would like to go, and what we would like to change. It's exciting to think of how things could be. But in order to have a life we'll live, contemplation must be followed by action. God has put each of His children, or us, into service and requires us to be participants and not just spectators. A few years back, I decided to be complacent, not to accept any responsibility. But guilt haunted me. The voice behind me reminding me of my training during my youth and the promise I made for Him. The Holy Spirit brought the verse to my attention, and it read, "For unto whomsoever much is given, of him shall be much required. And to whom men have committed much, of him they will ask them more." Luke 12:48. And another verse brought to my mind, found in Matthew 7:19. "Every tree that brings not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into fire." As Seventh-day Adventist Christians, the greatest commendation we can hope to receive from Jesus is, "Well done, my good and faithful servant." Not well said or well thought, but well done. Faith is active and demands us to be doers of the word and not just observers or spectators. Yes, we are called to be steadfast and persistent and never give up. But there are some exceptions to this rule. One of the best New Year's solutions I've ever made was to give up. Before you get discouraged, let me explain. Last week of 2019, before New Year, we had an unexpected company. Our daughter, Chichi, came to surprise us again. In spite of my warning, "Please do not surprise Mommy," she did it again. I never pay attention of her question, asking me what's my favorite holidays with family. I said, "I like New Year's best, and if need to choose two, Thanksgiving would be." I didn't realize it was a hint. So she came before New Year. She stayed in 5 days, and within 5 days, my living room and one room reborn again. I mean, I felt I am in a different home. When she just arrived, she negotiated with me to let go of my favorite 2 tables that sits in the living room to make a room. She said, "Mommy, I'm going to help you to make room so that you will not be stressed out of no rooms. Trust me, you will feel better." I said, "That's my favorite table. I got it from your Aunt Angela." It means many years ago. I came up with so many excuses. And on every excuse, she has convincing answers. To make the story short, I decided to give up. Then she cheers me. I left the store. When I came back, the 2 tables, my favorite tables, were gone. And the house were chaos and topsy-turvy. I was panicked. What in the world is doing to my living room? All the books here and there. "Mommy, don't look. Will you please go to the room? I'll call you later." And in a few hours, she called me. Mommy, come and look. Woo. The living room was calm and peaceful again. All those books and file, and it was nice looking. Now I can invite all of you to come and visit me to my home. I think you will agree with me that giving up of those happiness killers will help us live the abundant life that Jesus desires for each of us. We must give up once and for all with the help of God's power to give us strong willpower to turn away from destructive habits and hobbies. You have hobbies? He has the power to take the desire when going to the wrong path of health, peace, and happiness. And I hope this short message this morning will inspire us and encourage us and empower us to be participants in spreading the gospel to everyone that we come in contact with. Christ came to this world not to be ministered unto, but to minister and give his life a ransom for many. Before I close, consider the short line. Well done. Well done is a far greater compliment than well said. Amen? Let's bow our heads for a word of prayers. Father in heaven, thank you for the gift of New Year's. Thank you for your promise that you will stay with us. We ask that you will give us wisdom, Lord, and guide us each day. Bless us now as we separate for our class. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen. Thank you all, and please, let's separate now for our class. God bless you.